Guajillo, California, and New Mexico.
Guajillo, Mexico,
And New Mexico.
they're just New Mexico chilies, is what they call them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
They're
then
whole chili pods, chili. This one says chili seco entero,
Yeah.
and that one is chili secero entero. Okay.
Seco just means dry.
Dry. Okay.
and then 1 handful of each.
One handful of each.
Okay.
But I kind of left it like that so you guys can see what I do.
And then take pictures of that in the pot.
Okay.
And then you're going to take the seeds off.
Okay.
Okay, so you take the top off. Yeah. Let's do one more.
So take the top off. And then the seeds.
Okay.
The seeds off.
Gotcha. And then
And then we're going to rinse them after this.
okay.
Yeah. So this is just because we don't want the insides.
And if you have the insides, what happens? Is that even hotter, from what I
They
understand?
said it's hotter if you leave it.
Okay. The dogs are like, I can help.
And you know what?
And now we are rinsing the chili peppers that have been soaked in water, or soaked
Boiled,
and boiled.
yes.
For how long do you boil them?
Until soft.
Until
so
they are
when they're
soft.
soft like this, yeah.
When they're soft, like this, then they are ready to be rinsed and drained.
Was a little bit more spicy as New Mexico.
It's New Mexico, and they're spicier. And the California is
It's just a different, more flavorful, the California. And the Guajillo, which is the one in the back, that's a little bit more sweet.
rinsing off the seeds.
Section at the grocery store.
Just in Mexico
Yeah.
section
they have
at
in
the
there.
grocery store. Okay.
Okay, so once they are already rinsed,
Okay. Now,
I need
once they're
enough
rinsed,
to blend all of this.
okay, we're gonna
This is for the sauce. Aiden.
This is for the sauce. We are blending all the peppers in a little blender here. It's all been washed, deseeded, ready to go.
From the meat, because now you can put your broth in the sauce,
Oh,
and that will just make it so much better. The sauce,
Okay.
yeah.
It's very flavorful.
So I'm gonna
Okay.
go and get. I left it
Water do you add to the blender?
just enough to where it makes it like a. I guess it all depends on you how thick you want it. I kind of like it medium, not too runny. So you kind of like eyeball it.
Okay.
So if I can just go here, sorry.
So how much is that, Mary?
A cup, just
About a cup. This is the broth from the pork.
And this is like the cilantro that we cooked it, well, boil it with.
So 2 cups, and she cooked it with cilantro,
Cilantro and onion.
onion, and garlic.
And garlic, yes.
And garlic.
So about 2 cups.
2 cups. Pork do you have?
It would be like a pork roast.
Pork roast? Just pork roast. It's not like
I
a,
usually like that one because it just makes it so much easier to work with.
let's do
A little bit thick.
Yeah.
So then I just put just a little bit more.
Water in
Juice,
there.
more of the
Bruce?
broth.
Broth.
hmm
Broth from a boiled pork.
But I forgot to put onion. I totally forgot, but I usually put in here also just a little bit of like fresh cilantro, but I ran out of cilantro because I put it all over here. And then a little bit more of the fresh onion.
Fresh onion and cilantro, which is what she would normally add to this for more flavor.
Flavor.
This gives it a lot more flavor. You said also you would do cilantro. How about garlic? Did
You
think
can
about
put garlic there too.
She thinks it's a little thick, so she's gonna put a little bit more in there. sauce into a pan.
Sorry.
So good. No, you're fine. You're fine. Now we are going to, and Lee had a pork loin bone on. It was only a pound. It's basically what we're working with here. She had it in a slow cooker all night. And now if you boil it, how long would you boil it for if it were to be boiled on?
I guess it just it all depends how big it is, but usually I think it's like about an hour and a half, like to make it really like soft.
And it would be over simmering or like medium high that you
Medium
would boil
high.
it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of boiling for about an hour. And it depends on how big it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at the juiciness. This is perfect. Yeah. Now she's going to add a little bit more sauce. Water or the broth?
Broth. Always the broth.
Always the broth because it's got the most flavor.
I like flavor. And oh, this is brand new. And this
Garlic
is the garlic.
Sprinkles it in.
And then a little bit, just regular salt.
Just regular salt. A little bit more garlic
garlic
salt. She's
salt.
just doing it to taste.
More
Garlic powder.
garlic. Oh, you know what I forgot? I usually put chili powder too. The chili powder just gives it so much flavor as well.
You want me to grab some?
Yes, the chili powder. Where do I have it?
Also does chili and cumin pepper.
You will like the cumin. I don't put a whole lot because it will make your food bitter. It will give it good flavor, but you don't want to do too much.
It'll make it bitter.
On that one, I always just put like a little,
Very lightly
just
sprinkled.
a lightly sprinkle, just to give it enough oomph. When they make the masa, they make it just with water, very bland. But I like to use the broth of the meat for the masa. It just gives it more flavor.
Okay.
So we're not gonna make a whole lot, so probably maybe half of it.
Half the bag.
Half a bag, yeah. To move. I kind of eyeball it as well. That should be good right there.
Now we have the garlic salt.
Garlic salt.
We got garlic powder.
Moose.
Let's go.
Moose. What are you doing?
And also the onion powder.
And the onion powder.
You can get some more. This is what's gonna make the tamales, the masa soft.
Okay, this is, and you don't use water, just oil?
We are gonna use the broth.
The broth, okay, some of the broth.
So I'm thinking it's going to be maybe about almost a cup of oil. I always just eyeball it.
Daisy. Moose.
Stacy, go, Moose, go. I wash my hands, so they're clean.
And here we got almost like they call crumb. Just taken to crumb, which is almost like dough.
Yeah, almost like the dough. So we need this to be a little bit more wet, a little bit more broth.
A bit dry, just a little bit more broth in there.
Daisy. Daisy.
So what's your story? You said you're from Mexico?
Yes, I'm actually from the border of El Paso and Mexico.
Nice.
But I grew up in Texas.
Oh,
in El Paso.
Yeah. See, she's gotten just enough now. It's coming more to a dough. Like she's taking away some of the dough from the sides.
Daisy.
So it needs to be a little bit more.
See, just a little dry. She's gonna get a little bit more in there.
But this is why I say it's so much work. Daisy, go.
Daisy.
And you just until mixed, until it's pasty. You don't have to do like 10 minutes. It's not like a gluten in there. You have to activate or anything. It's just corn masa.
It's just corn, yeah.
Just corn, so there's no gluten. It's gluten free. Right there it says gluten free. Just corn.
A little bit more salt.
More salt. It smells so good.
And go watch your TV.
And this is about the texture you want. It's a little pasty.
Pasty, yeah. For you. Usually when I make the masa for the tamales, it's like a lot.
Yeah, much larger than this.
Yeah, is it about what size you usually make it, or 4 times?
Yeah. Hold it. All of the women in my house, in my mom's side, we would always get together. And on Christmas Eve, all the women get together, all the family gets together on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And so all the women will be making tamales, all the men, of course, watching TV or playing games with the kids. And so we will be cooking, and then on midnight, the tamales should be done by midnight.
Oh.
So then everybody eats at midnight.
Oh,
So that's the tradition
okay.
back home.
Okay.
So yeah, and this has been like forever.
That's nice.
So yeah, and so but with us, because we don't have the family, the tradition here, so I still keep the tradition. Once a year, not on Christmas Eve. I usually make them like the week before. No, Aiden, no. And but my husband usually helps me a lot. And my kids, they used to before, but now that they are married and doing their own thing, they don't help me as much. But we make them, and then we just give them out to friends and our neighbors.
Aw, lucky neighbor.
Coworkers, yes. So
Lucky
yeah,
recipients.
yes. So this is still, I'm thinking it's still a little bit dry. It needs still a little bit to be a little bit more wet, because it has to be spread, bless you, and it's not spreading yet.
Okay, that's a good test right there. Needs to be able to spread.
She hears water and she thinks it's down there.
And it smells so good.
Okay, I think we're good now.
Okay.
So if we are to spread it, see how it spreads, and we want that.
Okay.
So we're good.
Perfect.
The bag, they're so stiff. So, and these ones you can bend.
Okay.
So you want them to bend.
Bend like that. She soaked them for about an hour in the sink to soften them to bend.
And so now we're gonna rinse this. And the reason we have to rinse those husks, get this out of here, is because they have like little, dirt, and they have also, it seems like hair, but it's not human hair. It's the husk hair.
Husk hair. Okay.
Yeah, and so you want that out. I don't know, you can see it, it's there.
You can have a Reese's.
Huh?
You guys can have
Oh, you can have it. I know, I told him. If you eat your breakfast, you can have it. All right, fine, you can have it. a little bit, so it's not as big. But if not, you can just leave it alone. I mean, it's still gonna, as long as you're able to fold it. See, like this one is no use. So this one, I'll just, oops, that one will be a lot.
You don't want to turn because
The masa will just get through.
Okay. Like a rack, and here's
It's like a rack, yeah.
Okay. Do you use both of these racks or just
No,
one?
just one. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so,
Take a
oh, yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
It's about, oh yeah.
You want me to take this off? That way you can do better. There you go.
Uses hot water best because it helps with the cooking process. You see how full she goes.
You can put a lot of them in there.
If you have a whole bunch, do you do a double one or never? Just do always one.
Always one.
Okay. And she goes almost about an inch from the rack.
This is the bigger one. There.
Now
Here's
this
the better
one, actually, she's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Preparing the station. She's preparing to cook.
Fork.
She needs a fork.
Okay. So then you get your husk. If it's like too big like this, just take off just a little piece, not a whole lot.
And so we're measuring probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 inches in width approximately.
Mm-hmm. And so then you just grab. See how it just makes its own little shape?
Yeah.
So you just want to go like this.
With the shape.
With the shape, yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much, Mary. This is so exciting.
Oh yes. Not a problem. I like to cook and teach. Okay. So you spread. I don't like the masa when it's like too thick because all you eat is masa at the end. Mm-hmm. So I like it when it's
nice and thin. Okay. I know what you're saying. I've had some tamales that were just too thick. A lot of corn. This is just perfect.
Oh yes. In here.
That's so sweet. Okay. It's just in the center. Looks like.
And then you fold.
You fold.
And then
Left. Over.
And then
Under.
So it's like that.
All right.
And you're gonna set it.
Stand it up against the wall of the pan, just like that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then fold.
And you see how the masa is not that thick?
Yeah, not very thick. So it just, and when it just cooks so evenly and just, it comes out. Once you're about to cook the tamales, you want to put them like against the wall. So you always want to leave a middle space open.
Okay.
The middle has to be open so it can steam better.
Steam them. And how long do you steam them for?
Usually maybe about an hour.
And is it always single file or can you double it?
You can double it. I have doubled it all the way but you just leave a little space in the middle.
Okay. You've gone that. Okay. And what kind of cord is this? Do you know how many cords that is? It's just a big pan. Probably
just
10 cord. 12.
Maybe about a 12.
That's big.
I have other bigger ones, but
wow.
Aiden, no. Take this out of here. We're cooking.
Okay, just line it up there against the wall. Okay.
And funny with the tortillas, my mom, she used to get up in the morning every day at 5 in the morning to make tortillas for my father to have fresh tortillas for his lunch every day. Wow. That's commitment. So when I married Jeff, he's like, So, are you gonna be making me tortillas? And I said, nope. The store tastes just as good too.
That's great. Medium high or
It's like a medium high.
okay.
And just make sure that they're standing up.
And then do you cover these and to steam them, or just leave them like this?
I cover them.
Steam them. Then how do you know when it's done? Does it get like that yellow?
Wait.
Does it get like that yellow?
No, what I do, I take them out and I just move this out. And if the masa comes off, that means it's done.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, those look good.
Almost ready. It's coming off from the husk, and that's what we want. And they're hot.
You can see where it peels back.
Oh, the peeling. And they're going to be fine. It's just right now they're so hot, but they peel off. See how this one, it just peels off.
Yeah. Nice.
Hour to 45 flat. Because they're so hot and malleable, they'll bend if you don't keep them flat. So you can let these cool off, and then there's pan frying, you said, in the
No, to warm it up. Just to warm them up, either in the microwave or you can put it like on something like this to warm them up.
and do you leave the skins on when you're warming them up?
Yes,
Okay, and they make great breakfast. And then we let them set 45 minutes to an hour before you eat them.